the channel. So I'm kind of filming a sit down that I've been thinking about for a long time and trying to like compile everything into a list, along with actually getting like all the links to everything for Amazon. And I finally done it. I have finally gotten this video ready, which is gonna be tips and tricks for taking your young kids to Disney World. And honestly, this could apply to any theme park. It wouldn't have to just be Disney, but this one is more Disney centric. Just because we became pass holders and we've started going to Disney a lot more often, planning more Disney trips, planning more resort stays, and we love Disney. So yeah, if you have young kids, or if you're pregnant, or if, I don't know, just if you enjoy this type of video, go ahead and hit the red subscribe button, hit the like if you are into this sort of video. You know, if not, please keep watching because you never know what I have coming out next. But yeah, so first a little backstory. So I'm a military spouse and I've been married to my husband for 10 years. We were high school sweethearts. We had kids pretty early in life. So our oldest is Penelope and she's 8 years old. And then our middle child is Ivy, who is 4. And then our youngest is Milo, who is 2. And so those are kind of like what I'm basing all of my tips and tricks on. I guess you could say I'm like an experienced mom, because I've just kind of been through it. And I've been taking my kids to Disney, to Universal, to Busch Gardens, like their whole lives. So I've kind of been there, done that. And honestly, I just feel like this is necessary. Like it's just needed. And yeah, let's dive right in. All right, so first things first, if you have, you know, a baby or even a toddler like Milo, actually I use it for Ivy and Milo still, but bring a well-stocked diaper bag. So a well-stocked diaper bag is so essential. And when I'm like going to grab it, it's over here of course. When I mean well-stocked, I mean it should have a change of clothes for any toddler that is prone to spilling a lot of things, prone to potty training accidents. It's just really helpful to have a change of clothes. And I'm not gonna lie, I even keep a change of clothes for my eldest daughter who's 8. I don't keep it in the diaper bag, but I keep it in the car because you never know when you're gonna need a change of clothes. For instance, we went to Universal the other week and we didn't think it was gonna rain, and it did end up raining, and I had changes of clothes for everybody in the car. I was like, thank goodness I did this. But definitely included would be like spare undies, you know, a quick and easy. This is my diaper bag, by the way. It is the Jujubee, I don't remember, but it's a Harry Potter print because I do love Harry Potter. But normally I'll keep the change of clothes in here. And like for Ivy, I would do just a simple like dress and some undies. And for Milo, it would be, you know, a pair of shorts and a t-shirt. Just something that folds up easily because you don't want a lot of stuff in your diaper bag because then it gets heavy, gets bulky, and you're already trying to load up like your stroller yourself with like souvenirs and bags and everything that you have to carry anyway. I just keep it real simple with the outfits. Also in my diaper bag is gonna be, of course, be pull-ups, be diapers, because even if you're potty training, you're probably gonna need to save yourself, save your kids a little bit of headache, and bring pull-ups, bring diapers, again, even if they're potty training. Also bring a full pack of wipes, some Vaseline, because you never know when you're gonna need Vaseline. And then something I don't know if a lot of people do this, but I've always done it, especially in my theme park bag, is I carry children's Motrin with me. Children's Motrin or children's Tylenol. I keep it in the little like sunglasses pouch so it's easily accessible, along with the little syringe or a dosing cup, because you never know when a kid's gonna be teething and you're going to Disney and the crankiness, like, and they're in pain and you don't want to have to go to the Disney baby care center if you don't have to, right? So like if you're stocked, you don't have to worry about that. I also, because boo-boos happen a lot, Band-Aids. You'd be surprised how many kids that are just uneasy on their feet will fall, scrape their knee, and then it's a whole debacle. So I also have a little thing of antiseptic spray on before, and then a little thing of lotion, and just, yeah, definitely well-stocked diaper bag. Everything else that I'm naming, I definitely do put in my diaper bag, but those are just, I think, diaper bag basics that you need to have when you're going to Disney. All right, next up is gonna be applying sunscreen. So I do live in Florida, and it gets insanely hot here. It's hot and sunny. We're the sunshine state. In the summer, the sun and heat and humidity is sweltering, and you just gotta remember to put sunscreen on your kids. I know most kids hate being slathered in sunscreen, but it is way better to take like 5 minutes out of your park day to go into a shady spot real fast and apply sunscreen. Now I know a lot of people have gotten mad about people applying like aerosol sunscreen on the monorail and on other Disney transportation. So try to do it outside, you know, just try to think of others. I do have a big aerosol can that I bring with me because it's just easy to like get their arms and legs with the aerosol. And then for faces, I'll do, because mine are all older than like babies, I do like my mineral powder from Hawaiian Tropic. I know that's kind of faded now. And then I also have like Coppertone roll-on. Any sunscreen, just make sure you're applying it, you know, multiple times throughout the day, especially if you're all sweaty and hot. You just want to make sure that, you know, the baby doesn't burn, your toddler doesn't burn, your young kid doesn't burn, and you're the one that does have to remember this, because they're not going to be like, hey mom, come put sunscreen on me. So definitely sunscreen, 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 sunscreen. You don't want a burned, cranky baby. All right, also related to heat things, because that's just like when people come from out of state to Disney, even if you've been going to Disney a long time, it still kind of like hits you, especially in the dog days of summer here, when the humidity is like palatable. But the heat is just something else here, right? So definitely try to bring a fan. I actually bring 2 to 3 fans with me, whether it be like a neck fan. I have a fan that's kind of like a necklace that can just be like popped on and off and it hangs. You can adjust the height for the kids. So like if I want to wear it, it can be a little looser, or you can tighten it so then it's like more up here on the kids, blowing up on them. Those are really helpful when you're standing in an outside or outdoors queue. And it's just like really compact. So I recommend one of those. Definitely a stroller fan. Our current, like Milo, toddler, our 2-year-old, doesn't really like the fan blowing on him. So we have to be sneaky about it, and we have to put it on him when he's napping, or else, you know, he starts to get all sweaty when he's sleeping. But definitely a fan. Also, you can bring a cooling towel. So we have a couple of these, and these are tricky. These are good for older kids. But if you have children like mine, they don't want the cooling rag. They are like, get it off me, push it away. But it definitely helps like mom and dad, because, you know, we get hot, we get sweaty. It helps us kind of just like put it around your neck, or put it on your chest, put it on your arms. Or again, our older daughter, she doesn't mind it either. And it definitely helps just, you know, to beat the heat a little bit while you're trying to enjoy your wonderful Disney park day. All right, so this is something we learned kind of later in our parenting experience, honestly. And it's strange because it's one of those that seems so obvious, but a popcorn bucket. So now that all of our kids are able to eat popcorn without us having to worry about them choking, definitely, you know, if your child is still too young for popcorn, this doesn't apply. But if you have older kids, older toddlers, popcorn is such a great, easy snack. Like, picky eaters usually will still eat popcorn. And so if you buy a simple popcorn bucket, which we have some of the fancy popcorn buckets, but the simple ones do best because you don't have to worry about them throwing it or dropping it and then it breaking and you're like, oh, that's good. So this one, it's like, you know, the most that'll happen is if they drop it, the lid will pop off and then you just go get another, you know, discounted popcorn refill. But we like to bring our popcorn bucket every time we go to the parks and we immediately refill it because when they are hungry or cranky and they don't really want the snacks that I've brought, they'll eat Disney popcorn. And it's a nice little, you know, treat for them, good snack. You know, it helps them when they get the cranky munchies. So yeah, definitely get a popcorn bucket. It's worth it. All right, this one kind of goes also with the heat thing, but a water bottle. So a lot of the times our toddlers just don't care to drink from a cup without a lid or a straw, and sometimes those just aren't available. So I recommend always bringing a toddler cup that they are like used to drinking out of and fill it up with water before you go. And that way, you know, if you do end up getting them like lemonade or soda or more water, they have a cup that's familiar to them that they know how to use, that can fit easily in a stroller cup holder. And it just keeps them always drinking, right? Because the heat and humidity, you have to stay hydrated. It is absolutely essential. And if there's one thing that I'm going to implore as a mother, it's to keep hydrated on our hot Disney days. So like Zach and I, we don't, this is showing my little Walt Disney World cup, but we don't bring this. We'll bring like a Hydro Flask, so one that's more like insulated, that'll keep cool water in it. And you can go all around the parks. You can get free water refills. You know, every Starbucks you can get free water. Joffrey's you can get free water, and then you can pour it in your cup because they'll give you like the disposable cups. You pour it in your cup, you pour it in your kid's cup. If you do start to notice that, and I'm not a healthcare professional, but I have learned a thing or two over the years. If you do start to notice that your kid gets extremely cranky and hot and sweaty, start saying they maybe have a headache, get lethargic, either rush to the baby care center, and grab like a sugar-free Gatorade or Powerade, and that kind of helps replenish those electrolytes that happen with dehydration. I'm not like, it's just when they start to, don't wait too long. And some people are like, oh no, water is key. Water is key, but at some point, if you get too hot, too sweaty, it's time to replenish the, you know, sodium, potassium, everything that we sweat out. I think it's potassium. I don't know, guys. But everything that we sweat out with the Gatorade, with like a sports drink type thing. Grab one of those to share with the family throughout the day or for everybody. But definitely stay hydrated. Keep your babies hydrated because it's just, you know, they need it. All right, if COVID taught us anything, it's that hand sanitizer is our best friend. So especially if you have little kids, hand sanitizer is just essential, especially when you're going to theme parks. Because I'm not gonna lie, theme parks aren't the cleanest place. When you have people coming from all around the world, they're bringing all sorts of germs, all sorts of viruses, and just, you know, they try to put out hand sanitizer, but not all those like little hand sanitizer things after the rides are refilled. So what we do, and we've been doing this since Penelope was born and going to theme parks, is we get a pump hand sanitizer and we put this in the top of the stroller, like the little stroller caddy. And that way after every ride, after every meet and greet, you say, you know, washy washy, hand sanny, and everybody gets a pump of hand sanitizer, rubs it in. Or for like Milo, half the time he wants to use hand sanitizer, half the time he doesn't. So then we'll put it in our hands and then, you know, rub it around on Milo's hands. Or you can do wet ones, which, you know, it's antibacterial hand wipes. Just, you know, I use these either to wipe down the table or to wipe down hands, you know, anything that gets dirty, because usually, you know, viruses and stuff are kind of inevitable with kids and going to Disney and theme parks, but you want to try to avoid it as much as possible. But kids like to put their hands in their mouth, so just try to keep their hands clean. You know, if you can't go wash their hands all the time, supplement with hand sanitizer. I swear by that. All right, so now we get to entertainment. Kids, even if you are super excited to go to Disney and your kids, yes, they are excited, but sometimes they just get bored, you know, especially the ones that are more in the stroller, like young toddlers. They can still get bored when you're walking around. So bring a little entertainment, whether it's like the Pop It fidget tubes, you know, other little fidget toys, things. We have like the little drawing things, or a bubble wand. I know they're not the most fun things for adults to have bubbles blowing back into your face while you're walking, same with balloons, but it helps keep them from getting like bored in the stroller when they start crying and screaming to get out of the stroller and you're in a crowd. You know, definitely have some sort of entertainment for them, either in the diaper bag, bottom of the stroller. But one thing, it's pretty obvious, but you know, you never know. You have to make sure that you know, pay attention, because a lot of the times kids think it's either hilarious or, I don't know, they just have some sort of ulterior motive. They like to throw these things out of the stroller. And I know my son's done it with his shoes, but half the time we don't notice when they throw something out of the stroller. So you gotta always make sure you still take like an inventory of, okay, where's the bubble wand? Things like that. But just try to help keep them entertained while also in the stroller, because even though we love looking around at everything at Disney and all the ambiance and there goes a princess, it's just, for little kids, it's not always that exciting to them. So, you know, just save yourself and bring along a few toys that you don't mind maybe getting lost, but that you know will entertain, you know, a small child. All right, so this one goes back for the diaper bag. What I like to do, and what I've always done, is you have a little diaper caddy that kind of goes inside of the diaper bag, but has easy access to it. So when Ivy and Milo were both in diapers and I was having to change both of them at the parks, I had 2 of these. But it's nice because you can just grab it out real fast. I'd have individual packs of wipes in here, along with some lotion, some diaper cream, and then some diapers. And you have to make sure you keep it stocked, but it's just really nice to be able to, okay, like they had an accident, let's go change real fast. And then you could just grab that out of the diaper bag. I also like to grab my diaper changing pad. I'll show you what I mean, because I feel like that sounds weird. But I just have to grab this out of the back of the diaper bag to put down, and then this, and we'd be off to the bathroom to go change them. Because honestly, when you're having a big day, a big Disney day, Zach and I, my husband, we do the parks hard. So we go rope drop to as late as possible. Obviously not like, what do they call it, final kiss or kiss goodnight, but we go hard, and efficiency is everything. But you also have to think about your children, you know, so don't let them sit around in their pee too long. You know, definitely when they feel wet, go change them, because they get uncomfortable, and then that makes everybody upset when they start to get cranky. So efficiency is key here. Make it easy for you and have it all just ready to grab, ready to go, because diaper changes are inevitable. The last thing, hold on, let me move this back. And this one might be the most important, because when we're rocking around theme parks, I tend to notice that, you know, there'll be a kid throwing a fit and everybody just looks miserable in the party. And I hate seeing that, because you are in such a magical place and it can be so fun. But one thing to just remind yourself is that fits and tantrums are 100% inevitable. Like, they happen to everybody, not just kids. But with toddlers, they have such big emotions. Those things don't go away just because they were brought to Disney. Most of the time, us other moms, us other parents, you know, dads, grandparents, we know that. And, you know, we do more of like the Hunger Birds whistle inside our brains when we see other families having to deal with the tantrums. But I just want you to know, just don't feel bad. Like, it happens. I know when I was a parent of just like 1 or 2, I would get so embarrassed when my child would throw a fit and I couldn't get them to stop. I was like, oh no, you know, everybody's gonna think I'm a bad parent. But no, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it too much, because it happens and you are still a good parent. And you don't need to let it affect your whole day at Disney, at a theme park, you know? And in these instances, distraction, you know, try that. Because sometimes, you know, the tantrums just seem like they're ongoing, and everything that you do at home, like if they're feeling super cranky and tired, you'd be like, okay, this is when I would rock them and then put them down for a nap. But if you're doing Disney and you have older kids too, you can't just really go back to the resort for a nap time. It just doesn't always work when you have a bigger family, when you have multiple children. So be adaptable, be flexible, try distraction, you know, have a special bag of, you know, goodies, sugary, fun, candy, you know, a lollipop that they don't get all the time, but when it comes to a tantrum, it can be easily whipped out, like, ooh, you want this? You know, distraction, I remember my mom telling me, you know, distraction is key when it comes to tantrums and fits. And she was so right, because sometimes you just need to, you know, have them look the other way when they start throwing a fit. And you don't, you know, everybody's like, oh, well, don't bribe your child. Sometimes it's different when you've paid, you know, hundreds, thousands of dollars to go on a Disney vacation. Why am I out of focus? Sorry, guys. Sometimes it's okay. And us moms, us parents, you know, we're there with you. We've all been there. And, you know, not even just kids throw fits. Adults throw fits. You know? There's quite a lot of grumpy people in the world. Older kids throw fits. Like, just it happens. Don't feel bad. Don't let it put this, you know, gray cloud over your day. We 100% are okay with it, because it happens. You know, we know you're doing your best. So I just wanted to remind you of that, because I don't think a lot of people necessarily include that as much when it comes to tips and trick videos. But that's one of those things that you gotta remember, you know, breathe. We've all been there. We get it. And if somebody tries being mean to you, you know, just walk away. Because it's just, you know, it's not worth it. Or say, okay, thanks. You know, be polite. But anyway, I have to go put Milo down for a nap. And I really appreciate you guys watching this video. I hope you liked it. Leave me feedback, because I'm curious to see like maybe what I didn't include, what works best for your family. Also, I have linked everything I talked about in the description. Besides like the popcorn bucket, the bubble wand, those are more Disney things. So you can only really get those at Disney. Not the bubble wand, you can get bubble wands anywhere, but sometimes like they'll see a bubble wand. So I'm saying just like let it pass sometimes. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and let me know in the description down below, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.